What I'd happily do, I'd offer you all 3 pieces, a couple more drinks for 3,200.
Do it at 3-1, you've got a deal.
£3,100 is yours.
At just over £3,000, the biggest deal so far. Still stalking a monster sale, Tom.
So what's it gonna take for us to be able to package up this green monster, and whereabouts do you live?
Just in North London.
That's not too far.
There's a few others that I'm looking at before that one. That's that kind of how many glasses of wine before I go for that one. What would it take? I don't know. At a minute, I don't know. It's that one of those that kind of weighing up options.
8:30 p.m. For the car company client, a warm welcome.
Wine, beer?
Hi, Lissy, how you doing?
Oh,
you good?
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Julien.
So you made it okay?
Yes.
Keen to drive a sale, Tom wheels out copyrights women.
I think it creates quite a striking impact.
And his best showroom sales pitch.
Now, obviously, your company is, you know, sexy. It's all about elegance and design and chic. And I feel that a lot of his designs encompass that.
At Gabrielle's gallery, for the gin company, no drinks at the door.
Hi, nice to see you again. Great to see you guys. Yeah. Great to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Great. Well, hopefully we were really hopefully you see we were really constantly thinking about what you like and what you think about Nathan.
So this is because nobody's really explained to us so far. Okay. So have you selected Nathan? How?
Yes. Well, basically Nathan's what we had in mind when we thought about specifically, because we spoke to Nathan yesterday. I think you have. He was very, very passionate about London, and tonight we've given real direction with the art there, and I think a lot of the images in there coincide quite hopefully what we saw in Distillery yesterday, which is quite cool.
I just witnessed a masterclass in how not to treat a corporate client.
Do you want a glass of wine or anything?
Well, we were hoping for a gin and tonic.
I wish.
You invite them to an event. When they turn up, you ignore them. You don't introduce them to the rest of your team, and you forget to say goodbye when they are leaving. It's a complete and utter ridiculous chain of events.
"30 minutes to go. Time to slash prices and get Nathan's graffiti off the wall.
525. Would you do a deal? Right, shake hands with Nathan.
A set of 4 knocked down to less than half price. 10 minutes to go.
Only way we can negotiate on the price is if you take more than one of the items.
If you were to take it tonight, I might be able to give you up to 10% off.
And still no takers for the giant Jessops.
If you want it, buy it! Can we do the shake before the time goes up? £90, thank you.
Yeah, we've got one, okay, one more sound. 1 second, thank you very much, everyone.
Tonight, back to the house. Tomorrow, in the boardroom, the full picture.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Afternoon. Afternoon. So, graffiti artists. The irony will be that the writing will be on the wall for one of you today. I'll start off with Phoenix. Who was the project manager?
That was myself, Lord Sugar, yeah. As soon as the task was set, I obviously let the others know that I had obviously good knowledge about this scene.
Good team leader then? Yeah.
It's a bit of a no-brainer.
You're happy with your team?
Yeah.
How was you, Adam? You're in the fruit and veg business, so how did you feel in this task?
I was certainly out of my comfort zone. The first thing...
Not looking for the Turner Prize then, no?
Not yet, but you never know.
More like the turnip prize then. Yeah.
You never know. The first I'd actually heard of Urban Art was when I went to Waterloo Station and looked around. You are the prime example of what this task is all about. Throw you into something you don't know, and I want to see how you react, you see. This is what it's all about, right? Of course, yeah, yeah. Who was it that you actually wanted to represent?
We wanted copyright from Bristol and Pure Evil from London.
And who did you get?
We got copyright, we didn't get Pure Evil, so we had to change our strategy.
Why didn't you get Pure Evil?
Maybe I went in with the wrong tack.
What do you think?
Partially lack of enthusiasm, lack of a real desire to represent him.
That is the point, is it not? That here I am, I'm the vendor, I'm the artist, and I have to entrust a group of people to represent me. And I get that by meeting them, first of all, and seeing whether they have the same enthusiasm about my work as I do.
Maybe I was too interested in about him, trying to find out
Maybe you
too
were too
information.
interested in trying to put over yourself as an expert rather than appreciating their work. And what did you do then?
We felt that we'd go for the high-risk strategy and take on James Jessup, whose works sell from in between £8,000 to £10,000. Because if we could sell one of those... Yeah,
strategy,
it was risky.
No?
It was high risk. Once strategy A went out the window, I decided to roll the dice and go with James.
Right, Sterling. Gabrielle, you were the project manager, is that right?
I was, yes.
A good project manager or not?
Yeah, I think she motivated all of us.
Yeah, I thought Gabrielle did a good job.
Can you tell me how you split the team up?
I sent Nick and Ricky to Bristol, and myself, Stephen and Jenna stayed here in London.
Was there a strategy of how to talk to artists?
We wanted to be as passionate as we could and ensure that we would represent them in the best way possible.
Very, very polite.
Fawned, you flattered, you listened. You couldn't have bestowed your enthusiasm on more grateful subjects, I don't think.
So, you got Pure Evil, right?
Yes.
They didn't. Who went off to speak to the alcohol company?
That was myself, Stephen and Jenna.
Did you have something in mind for them when you chose one of your artists?
Yes, we'd taken the brief from the gin distillery, and with Nathan felt that he was the best answer to what they were looking for.
Did they give you an indication what their budget was?
I didn't ask. I didn't ask, but I didn't ask on purpose. I did end up going down the route of asking...
You didn't ask on purpose?
Yes, and I will explain why. If we can obtain the piece of art for them, they're willing to pay any price.
Hold on, they're not willing to pay any price,
no,
surely.
But
you've got to understand, you've got to ask the people, what kind of ballpark are we talking here? How much have you got in your budget for this? I mean, they're a company.
I didn't ask them on the budget.
So
I did ask them
you're going blind then? You didn't know whether they had 500 quid to spend or 50,000 to spend. You didn't know?
That's correct, we didn't know. No, the question wasn't asked by the London team, unfortunately.
Here you are going off finding out a piece like this for 500 quid. Their budget was actually £10,000.
That's news to me, actually, to be honest.
News to you?
Yeah, that is.
Let's find out what went on as far as the money was concerned, shall we? Karen, the gin company, did they buy anything in the end?
Well, I don't think it'll come as any shock that, no, they didn't order a commission from you.
So zero?
Zero.
Nick, the car company?
Well, they've placed an order for £5,000, generating a commission of £2,000.
So you actually pulled something off there with the car company. And so what about the gallery sales?
Well, total gallery sales reached £5,980, giving a commission of £2,442.
Total commission, £4,442 for your team. Karen, what was your gallery sales?
Gallery sales were 11,630, which meant a total amount of commission of £4,579.65.
Yes. So that's £137 difference. Well, there's a treat going. I'm going to be doing some action painting on a giant canvas. Don't look for a corporate to buy it off you, though, will you? No. I'll see you on the next task. OK, all right. Thank you. A loss is a loss, I'm afraid, and you know the process. One of you will be leaving today. I'll see you later on.
Paint!
We, with little art knowledge, obviously got the artist's belief in us, and that's purely because people buy from people. It's bottom line.
We won, and I did lead them to victory, and I did lead all of the team to the next task. Bring it on, and hopefully next one will win as well. Cheers.
Gutted.
Can't believe that we've lost again. It's ridiculous. We had £12,000 paintings on our wall.
That was my strategy and we didn't get pure evil, so yeah, it's my fault, both of them. Simple as that, really. Between the two teams, it was very, very close in sales. You know, it's gutting that we lost. I think I have to take some responsibility. I went with a high-risk strategy.
I think the failure of this task lies with Tom, unfortunately. The fact that he's brought a canvas big enough to make a boxing ring out of shows that he's still a bit wet behind the ears, unfortunately.
Candidates in, please.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Thank you.
Right, well, Tom and your team, you lost by £130. Where do you think you could have taken a lot more money?
I think in hindsight, now we realise that James Jessup was too risky a strategy. It was almost like we only had the one artist there.
You sold none of his stuff, really, did you?
The problem was it was too big a price tag for a one-night event.
Do you think you led this task very well?
I think I did a good job, but I think there's definitely, you know, problems with obviously the way that I, you know, approach some of the artists. I kind of put all my eggs in one basket with Pure Evil. I mean, just from my knowledge of the scene, I felt that he was probably the best option for us out there.
You didn't really have a contingency plan. I mean, to add insult to injury, they got Pure Evil.
Yeah.
They took over 10 grand on his stuff.
Really?
The loss of Pure Evil was a big mistake. You now got to think about the second artist you want to represent. How'd you go about choosing it?
I went about finding a little bit more information about the two options we had in Bristol and asking these guys on his opinion. I think Adam will admit he was going into it a bit blind.
Completely.
So I was relying on Jade's opinion.
Now, obviously, when he phoned back when he lost Pure Evil, he said, "Can you just go over some and tell me what you think?" But, you know, it's up to you. It was really tricky to decide which one to go on.
I think it's difficult for it to be up
Our
to me.
favourite was...
The problem here is losing Pure Evil and substituting it with something else.
But do you know, that was actually, at that time, it was out of our control because he made a decision. So that was it. Our number one was this.
What did you say about SPQR?
They said it was too controversial, that's why they didn't want to go with SPQR, but I felt...
That was our opinion.
Is it fair to say that, in the end, you called it to go with James?
Yeah. The thing with going with James is if we sell one of his items for £8,000 or £10,000, that's the aim of our evening, to sell one of those pieces, and if we do, we're going to more than likely win this.
You took a gamble. I think you said you rolled the dice on it, right?
I did, yeah.
I've done things like that before. There's nothing wrong with that, because if they work, you know, then you're home and dry. But why didn't it work?
I think probably because they were so big. I think it did limit our market, and people did come in and say it's really great, but my house won't fit that. It's
I think as project manager and with the person with the most knowledge, I felt that, you know, it was a decision I had to make, and I took the risk. But I feel that, you know, we still could have sold a little bit more on the night in the gallery, and it was only we lost by £150.